Hi, welcome to the channel, and today I'm going to be showing you how you can create this infographic in Word and save it as an image. So the first thing I'm going to do is go to Layout, Orientation, Landscape, then go to Insert, Shapes, and then go down to this shape here. Hold the Shift key down to get a perfect ratio, and then you can use this little yellow square to pull or push out depending on the look that you want. Then I'm going to go to Shape Format, Rotate, more rotation options, and where it says rotate here, I'm going to go to 136 degrees and press enter. Then I'm going to the top here. I'm going to make sure that this is checked here so we keep the ratios. Then I'm going to select this top number and press 3 and press enter. And the first thing you'll notice is we've got this border line around the outside. So I'm going to be on Shape Format. Then I'm going to go to this icon here and select No Outline, and then go to Shape Fill, and we can pick from our fill colours. You can use anything from these colours, or you can go to More Fill Colours. You can select from your colour wheel by utilising this little icon that you move around the colour wheel, or you can use the selections across the top. The colour you selected will be in this box here, and you just simply click OK. So now we're just going to insert a small circle on the bottom to connect to our timeline. So go to Insert, Shapes, click on the drop down and select the circle. Hold down your Shift key and draw out a circle. And we just move it roughly to the centre. It doesn't have to be too accurate because we'll sort that out in a minute. And once again, we're going to go to Outline, but this time we're going to select this dark grey. Then again, we're going to go up to Outline and go to Weighted, and we're going to select 3 points. Reselect the circle, go to Move It, then hold down your Alt or Option key. And you can see you can line this square up with the point, just move it up slightly, and you'll be roughly in the centre of the actual point itself. The next thing we need to do is click Insert, Shapes, click on the drop down and select the rounded rectangle, click and drag out. Now you can have it as big or as small as you want. I'm just going to zoom out and just pop it below here. This is for your text. You don't want it too much wider than the top one, but again, it's all of your choice, and it depends how many you want in a row here as well. So just be mindful of that. Maybe just drag that out a little bit more. There we go. Now I'm going to put it up here only because I'm going to zoom in, and it just makes it a lot easier if it's at the top of the page. Once again, I'm going to go to the outline and select No Outline. Then go to Insert, Text box, draw text box, click and draw out a text box. Here you can enter in all your text, but I'm just going to put in some random text, and then I'm just going to select all of the text, Command or Control A. I'm going to go to the Home tab. I'm just going to reduce the size of that text a little bit. Then I'm just going to extend the box, and then extend this box. And then I'm just going to get rid of the outline and the white of this box, so select it, go to Shape Format, Outline, No Outline, Shape Fill, No Fill. Then line them up. We're just going to select this text box, then hold down the Command or Control key and select the outer box, align to centre, and then I'm just going to simply select Group and select Group, and now that's all one group. Likewise with these two, I'm just going to select Group, and that's all now one group. So now if we just zoom out, we can now place these roughly where we want them in our timeline. So don't forget, we're going to have a title at the top, so it's quite important to get these roughly where you want them, the sizes you want them, because when we copy and paste it all, then obviously anything you change, you'll have to change them all. So try to get this bit right first of all. So I'm now going to select this one, hold down my Command or Control key, select this one, align to centre. Now those two are perfectly lined up. So once you're happy with that, we're going to group them together, and now we're going to copy and paste them all. So once again, select it, hold down your Alt or Option key, click and drag, again, and once again. Now you can decide if you want them all the way to go to the outside and the outside here, you can do that. Or if you want them inwards and to take up only this much space, you can do that as well. Once again, select them all, go to Align, and this time we're going to go to Distribute Horizontally. That means now there's an equal distance between them all, and then Align to Top. Now they're all perfectly lined up, and we can go ahead, change the text, change the color, and insert all the icons for the top. So let's go to Group and select Ungroup, and then we're going to select Ungroup once again because we are actually going to have to change each individual element. So I'm going to go ahead now and I'm going to show you how to change the colors. So select this one, Shape Fill, select this color, and then with a circle, we've now selected yellow, so we can just click on it. And then the outer box here, just click on yellow. Now we're just going to put the line in, so we're going to go to Insert, Shapes, click on the square, and click and draw out a rectangle. I always use a rectangle rather than a line for this because it's a lot easier to select. Then I'm going to go to Shape Fill and select the same dark grey colour. And then you can change the height of it up here if it's a little bit too thin, or you can leave it as it is. I'm going to probably change it to 2 and press Enter. And as you can see now, I need to move this bar behind the infographics at the top here and all of these balls. So go to Send Backwards, Center Back. And now I'm going to place all the icons in these teardrops at the top. So I'm going to show you how to do 2 of them. Then I'm just going to give you the search terms for the other icons but speed up the video. So go to Insert and go along to Icons. At the top here, you've got a search bar. I'm going to put in the word People and select from a choice, click Insert. Now you must go to Wrap Text and select In Front of Text. If you don't do that, when you put it over the top of these little teardrops, the teardrop will spin around to its original position, and then it will mean that your icon is in the wrong position. And now you can keep them as black, but I'm going to change them to white, and that's in the graphics fill. And then with this, you can then select the ball, the teardrop, and the graphic, go to Align, Align to Center. And then this one here, I'm going to go back over to the search bar, and I'm going to type in Computer. And then once again, I'm going to make my selection, click Insert, go to Wrap Text, In Front of Text. You can then move it, go to Graphics Format, change the color to white. You can reduce the size of it, hold down the Shift key to make sure you maintain that ratio, and then hold down the Command or Control key and select all 3. Go to Align, Align to Center. Then when you're completely happy, if you select something in your infographic, go to the selection pane, click on the top one, press Command or Control A to select everything, go to Graphics Format, go to Group, select Group, and now this is all one group. Then you can go to Align, Align to Center. So now that's in the center of your page. Then we can put the title in and the background. So go to Insert, Text Box, Draw Text Box, click and draw out a text box. Then I'm going to select the text, go to the Home tab, and I'm going to select a different font of Aroni, increase the size. Then I'm going to center it. Then I'm going to take off the borderline of this text box, so no outline. Shape Fill, no fill. And then I'm just going to move it roughly where I want it, and then go to Align, Align to Center. So that's my infographic and title done, and I'm going to leave the background till last because it does interfere as you start this process of going through all these boxes. You end up clicking on the background and moving it. So I always leave it to the last thing. Go to Insert, go to Shapes, click on the square, then click and draw out a rectangle that covers your entire page. And then on Shape Format, go over to Format Pane. Then you go to the bucket icon where we've got our fill color and our line color. So let's take off our line, which is the outline, and we're going to go to Gradient Fill. Now I've already rehearsed this, so the gradient is already fixed, but the way I've created this, I've gone to radial and selected the radial gradient. In the direction, you can't see them all, but pick the center one with the central gradient in the middle. And then here I've picked a white color, so select it, go to the drop down on the colors and select white. And on this one, I've selected gray, click on the color and select this gray here. Then you can adjust this if you want to. You can see how when I move these sliders, it adjusts the background. It's all personal choice. Once you're happy with your background, make sure it's selected, go to send backwards, send to back. And again, once you've got your infographic in view, you can go ahead and you can change this background to suit your needs. So if you want to select this as an image, just select everything, holding down that Command or Control key, go to Align, Align to Center, then go to Group and select Group. So now your infographic is all one group. And then you can simply right click on it, go to Save as Picture, then you can name it whatever you like. Let's name it infographic. We can select a PNG file or you can select other files here and then just click Save. Then if you want to use it elsewhere, you can just simply go to Insert, Pictures, Picture from File, Infographics at the top here, just click Insert and there's your picture. Let's just go to Wrap Text in front of text. And now you can move this as a picture, you can resize it. So I'll just go back a couple of steps and then we can move our original. Now if you ever want to change this, it is quite important to make sure you save this and you can come back and make changes after you've saved it as an image, and you can save it as a Word document as well. So I hope that's helped you today. If it has, please like and subscribe and have a great day.